Alright, so our today's topic of discussion is सर्वोदया। तो जो आइडिया है सर्वोदया का, ये दिस टर्म सर्वोदया वाज कॉइन्ड बाय महात्मा गांधी इन 1908। एंड ये टर्म उन्होंने तब कॉइन की थी when he was paraphrasing John Ruskin's book titled as Unto This Last in Gujarati language, and from that evolved an entire ideology of Sarvodaya. So, when we talk about the meaning of the term Sarvodaya, then it is basically universal upliftment or progress of all. So, the idea of Sarvodaya is deeply rooted in the philosophy of non-violence, that is Ahimsa, and his vision for a just and equitable society. So, this is what Gandhiji aspired for, having a society that is based on equity and where social justice is there. So, when we talk about the Sarvodaya model of development, then it basically indicates a model of development that is not restricted to economic growth but also aims at the moral, social, ecological, and spiritual well being of all the individuals. तो बेसिकली ये सिग्निफाई करता है कि गांधी जी का जो एम्फेसिस था वो ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट पे था rather than merely focusing on economic well-being of individuals. Post his demise, the idea of Sarvodaya was systematized by Vinoba Bhave and Jayaprakash Narayan. So we also hear about the Sarvodaya movement. So they were the pioneers in that context. So अब हम बात करते हैं the background of the idea of Sarvodaya. सो जो सर्वोदया का आइडिया है इट इमर्ज्ड एज अ क्रिटिक ऑफ वेस्टर्न इंडस्ट्रियल एंड कैपिटल इंटेंसिव मॉडल्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट एंड दीज मॉडल्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट आर क्वाइट एक्सप्लॉयटेटिव इन नेचर। तो हम आज भी देख सकते हैं कि कैसे इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ कैपिटलिज्म द रिच विल ऑलवेज बिकम रिच, दैट इज़ द आयरनी ऑफ द कैपिटलिस्ट मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट। सो दैट इज़ दैट. So let's have a discussion on the principles of Sarvodaya, and we can also use it in explaining the Sarvodaya model of development. So the first principle is Sarvodaya. Sarvodaya means welfare of all. So this principle emphasizes on well-being and upliftment of all the members of society, and more prominently the marginalized people. So गांधी जी ने उनके लिए एक स्पेशल टर्म दिया था अंत्योदया. That means even the poorest of the poor people, they should also be given the opportunity so that they can also rise. इसके बाद the second concept is ahimsa, that is non-violence. So ये concept है. So this concept advocates for the avoidance of harm to any living being. और जब हम बात करते हैं अहिंसा की, then Gandhian concept of ahimsa was beyond physical violence. You will also practice ahimsa in thought, speech, and action. Now, the third principle is satyagraha. So, that is truth force. So, according to Gandhiji, whenever you have to resist against something, then it should be through non-violent means only. And we have heard about the civil disobedience movement of Gandhiji and all the movements that he led, and they were following these principles. So the fourth principle is स्वदेशी. स्वदेशी का यहाँ पे मतलब है सेल्फ सफिशिएंसी. So the idea of self-sufficiency at the local level so that there is no dependence on the external sources. So चार्ल्स मेटकाल्फ ने एक टर्म दी थी लिटिल रिपब्लिक्स फॉर इंडियन विलेजेस. So he assumed that Indian villages are quite self-sufficient in their nature. और अगर हम देखें तो हमारे आज के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में तो फिर भी विलेजेस आर प्रीटी मच लिंक्ड विद सिटीज़ एंड ऑल द नेटवर्क. बट उस एरा में जो विलेजेस थे दे वर क्वाइट सेल्फ सफिशिएंट. तो जहाँ वहाँ पे है ना जो लोकल लेवल पे ही प्रोडक्शन होता था और लोकल लेवल पे ही कंजम्पशन होता था. However, it is not true in today's context because in today's globalized world where so the fifth principle is the concept of decentralization. So Gandhiji believed in the idea of Gram Swaraj, where he emphasized on decentralized decision making and governance. He focused a lot on the local self governance, and he said that the community should have the power to take decisions that affect them. The sixth principle is simple living. He promoted a very simple lifestyle and encouraged people to live with only what is necessary, and he himself practiced this kind of lifestyle. So the seventh concept is constructive programs. तो गांधी जी बिलीव करते थे कि अगर कोई भी सोशल इशू है उसको हमें एड्रेस करना है तो हम उसको कंस्ट्रक्टिव प्रोग्राम्स के थ्रू एड्रेस कर सकते हैं। फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल एडुकेशन, सैनिटेशन और रूरल डेवलपमेंट। तो इस तरह के प्रोग्राम्स के थ्रू हम एक सेल्फ रिलायंट कम्युनिटी को स्ट्रेंथन कर सकते हैं और इससे जो एक स्ट्रॉन्गर कम्युनिटी डेवलप होगी। नाउ लेट्स हैव अ डिस्कशन ऑन एप्लीकेशंस ऑफ सर्वोदया। तो जब हम बात करते हैं सर्वोदया के एप्लीकेशंस की, सो द फर्स्ट वन इज़ कम्युनिटी डेवलपमेंट। So, in the context of community development, there is emphasis on holistic development of communities via education programs, healthcare services, और ऐसे development projects हों that will benefit the entire community rather than benefiting a single individual. The second application is social justice. So, even today we see that some people are unable to get the basic dignity and the basic rights and opportunities because of the social status they occupy in our society. लेकिन गांधी जी का एम्फोसिस ये था कि दे शुड बी इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ एंड राइट्स फॉर इंडिविजुअल्स whether they belong to a poor background or a rich background. The third application is rural development. So अगर हमें किसी भी रूरल एरिया का डेवलपमेंट करना है तो द फर्स्ट थिंग इज़ दैट एग्रीकल्चर वहाँ पे अभी भी सबसे प्रोमिनेंट ऑक्यूपेशन होता है. सो वी नीड टू हैव सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर प्रैक्टिसेस एंड वी नीड टू ensure that they have access to clean water, and we also need to empower the rural communities through education and skill development. So that is the idea of Sarvodaya in case of rural development. Thereafter, the fourth application is environmental sustainability. So in today's era, there is a dire need of promotion of development practices that are futuristic, and they are they ensure long-term well-being of both current and future generation, and it includes environmental conservation and responsible resource management. So we know that natural resources are quite limited in nature, so that is why we need to ensure that they are used on a rational basis. The fifth application is empowerment of women. The idea of Sarvodaya also puts an emphasis on gender equality. So आज के context में we need to promote women's education, economic independence and participation in decision making. और हम बात करें अगर ग्लोबल लेवल पे, then there are issues like poverty, inequality and climate change. So in this context, the idea of Sarvodaya becomes quite relevant. और उसके अलावा हम बात करते हैं ट्रस्टीशिप की. सो दिस इज़ अ कॉन्सेप्ट दैट हैज़ बिन गिवन बाय गांधी जी, and he says that any individual who is possessing natural resources is not an absolute owner of the resources. He is merely a trustee of the resources. So जो भी है रिसोर्स उसको ऐसा यूज़ करना चाहिए कि वो कलेक्टिव वेलफेयर इंश्योर करे. Apart from that, there are certain challenges with respect to Sarvodaya. So the critics of Sarvodaya argue that it is a utopian concept, that is, it is ideal, and in real life it is not applicable. It is basically not a practical concept. Second is that there are certain political challenges in case of political instability, corruption and power struggles. The goals of Sarvodaya will not be achieved, and the idea of Sarvodaya is against the very human nature where we prioritize self-interest over selflessness. Okay, and after that we have to discuss about the relevance. And the relevance is that present era where there is capitalism. So capitalism promotes, I forgot to return that, capitalism promotes consumerism. So we need to shift from the pursuit of private profit to self-sacrifice and service to the common good. And apart from that, in the context of climate change, we have set certain sustainable development goals that are to be achieved by nations, and India is also part of the framework. So in that context, the idea of Sarvodaya becomes quite relevant, where we have to focus on environmental sustainability while maintaining a frugal lifestyle. So that is the discussion.